Imagine this. Hideo Kojima, the genius behind the legendary Metal Gear series, steps onto the stage at his studio's 10th anniversary event and drops a bombshell announcement. His next big PlayStation exclusive has officially begun its journey. The project is called Physint, and while it's still in its very early stages, the excitement it's generating is already off the charts. Kojima himself described it as the next stage of tactical espionage action, words that immediately sent fans into a frenzy. After all, no one does espionage games quite like Kojima. Think about it. This is the man who gave us Snake, unforgettable stealth missions, and cinematic storytelling that blurred the lines between games and movies. Now, years after parting ways with Konami, he's finally returning to the genre that made him a household name. But what exactly did Kojima reveal about Physint? And why is this announcement so important for the future of PlayStation gamers worldwide? Let's break it all down. First off, Kojima was very clear. Development on Physint has only just begun. He admitted he's currently working on concepts by himself, sketching characters, and brainstorming casting ideas. It is just the start, he said. That statement alone tells us something important. This project is going to take time. If you know Kojima, you know he doesn't rush art. And while that might frustrate fans who want to play the game tomorrow, it also means we're in for something deeply ambitious. To put it in perspective, Kojima's last project, Death Stranding, took years of development before its hauntingly beautiful world came to life. Physint will likely push the envelope even further. In fact, Kojima revealed that the tech powering this new game will be more advanced than both Death Stranding and his upcoming Xbox-exclusive Project OD. That's a bold claim. It suggests that by the time Physint finally arrives, it could be unlike anything we've ever seen before. Now here's where things get even more intriguing. Kojima teased the game's very first poster. At first glance, it doesn't reveal much, certainly not a clear face of the main character. But that mystery is intentional. If you know Kojima's style, you know he loves planting seeds, dropping hints, and letting fans speculate for years before the real reveal. What we do have is the tagline. Here comes the feeling. Strange, cryptic, and perfectly Kojima. What does it mean? Is it tied to emotion, to memory, to espionage itself? No one knows yet, but the tagline alone has sparked dozens of theories online. And that's the magic of his marketing. He makes you curious, he makes you talk, and before you know it, you're invested in a game that might still be 5 or 6 years away. It's the kind of slow burn hype that only Kojima can create, and it's already working. But it's not all mystery. Kojima did confirm some very exciting casting news. 3 actors are officially on board for Physint. First, we have Charlie Fraser, who recently appeared in Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Then there's Don Lee, the powerhouse actor you might remember as Gilgamesh from Marvel's Eternals. And finally, Minami Hamabe, the talented Japanese actress who wowed audiences in Godzilla Minus One. Each of them appeared in a video message during the event, sharing their excitement for being part of the project. While we don't yet know who they'll be playing, just having their names attached sets the tone. Kojima is known for blending Hollywood talent with Japanese stars, creating casts that feel global, cinematic, and unforgettable. Remember Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, and Léa Seydoux in Death Stranding? Expect something just as star-studded here, if not bigger. In fact, Kojima even showed off a sneak peek of Minami Hamabe in full CG form. The level of realism stunned the audience. It was a glimpse of just how far technology has come, and how far Physint might push it. If the visuals look that good this early, imagine what the final product will deliver. One big mystery still remains though. Which game engine is powering Physint? Kojima Productions hasn't revealed that yet. Will it be an evolution of Decima, the engine used for Death Stranding? Or something completely new built specifically for this project? Kojima's comments suggest this will be bleeding-edge tech, possibly paving the way for next-gen hardware. That raises another question. Will Physint even release on PlayStation 5? Or is it secretly being built for the PlayStation 6? With Kojima hinting at a launch around 2030, we might be looking at one of the first true blockbusters of the next console generation. Let's talk about timing. Kojima himself admitted back in May that Physint is still 5 or 6 years away from release. That would place its arrival around 2030 at the earliest. That's nearly the same gap that fans endured between the end of Metal Gear and the launch of his completely new worlds like Death Stranding. The good news? We don't have to wait that long to play something new from Kojima Productions. His other major project, OD, developed in partnership with Xbox Game Studios, is coming first. That game already has a trailer and looks to explore horror in ways that merge gaming with film. Once OD is out, Kojima's full attention will shift to Physint. And knowing how deeply he commits to his projects, it's safe to say Physint will receive the same meticulous care that defined his past masterpieces. What makes this announcement so special is not just the game itself, but what it represents. For Kojima, Physint is a return to the genre that defined him, tactical espionage action. It's his way of revisiting his creative roots while pushing them into the future. And for fans, it's the promise of a spiritual successor to Metal Gear. Of course, Kojima can't legally use the characters or storylines of that franchise, but he doesn't need to. His unique vision, his ability to craft cinematic gameplay, and his willingness to experiment with technology are what made Metal Gear iconic in the first place. Physint has the potential to carry that torch and evolve it in bold new directions. It's more than just another game. It's the next chapter in a legacy that has influenced an entire generation of developers and players alike. So where does that leave us right now? With a poster, a tagline, 3 confirmed actors, and a promise of something groundbreaking still years away. And yet, somehow, that's enough to ignite the imagination of millions of fans worldwide. That's the power of Kojima. He doesn't just make games. He makes events, he creates worlds, and he gets people dreaming about what games can be. Will Physint live up to the hype? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. As we move closer to the next generation of consoles, Kojima Productions is preparing to once again redefine the boundaries of interactive storytelling. So buckle up, because this is just the beginning. Physint might be years away, but the journey to uncovering its secrets has already started, and it's going to be one thrilling ride.